Killed Father Music and Travel. I want to share with you the best new Irish and Celtic Christmas music of 2018 with this podcast guide for the Christmas season. Greetings, my name is Marc Gunn. I am a Celtic musician and host of the multiple award-winning Irish and Celtic music podcast. And today, I want to share with you some of the great Celtic Christmas music I found this holiday season. This is by no means a fully comprehensive list. Rather, I am sharing with you the music that I received through the podcast, plus a few of my own videos and playlists and more. So there's a lot to share, so let's get going. But before we get started, I want to let you know about a Christmas tour I am planning. I play a lot of Celtic music, however, I am also a geek. I love science fiction and fantasy. Thus comes the Blue Sun Holiday Spectacular Tour. This combines Firefly and Christmas. Firefly is a TV show that was put out by Joss Whedon back in 2002, and it was quickly canceled, but it has this great fan base, and I am a part of that fan base, and I am getting together with my friend Mikey Mason, and we are creating a tour of Firefly Christmas smashed together for an awesome show. And we have 5 dates planned. This weekend we'll be at Birmingham and Huntsville. Next weekend, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, and Muncie, Ohio. If you'd like to see any of these tours, check out fireflydrinkingsongs.com for details. There's also a blog in the show notes at celtfather.com. So, as far as singles go, the Kilted Kings, my band Kilted Kings, released a single called God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. The Brobdingnagian Bards are getting to release Jingle Bards. Hopefully we'll have that out next week. But it's coming soon, so stay tuned for that. New Celtic Christmas albums. Top of the list that's new, first one I got this year was the Selkie Girls, Winter Lure, Songs of Celtic Christmas. And I gotta say, I absolutely love this album. The band is awesome. They're one of my favorite bands on the podcast right now. And this album, I think, encapsulates a lot of the Celtic and Christmas. If you've listened to any of my podcasts in the past, you know that I have this thing about creating Celtic Christmas music. There's a lot of crappy Celtic Christmas music. Go to CelticChristmasmusic.net and you can find all about it. I go on many, many rants about the crappy music that some people call Celtic Christmas music. This is not one of those. This is just awesome Christmas music. It's not entirely too, they have some songs that fit for the holiday season, winter music, and all with a very Celtic flair. It's upbeat, which I also love to have. I highly recommend this album. Go get a copy. The Wee Heavies sent me an album, A Christmas Minding. They are an a cappella group, and so a couple tracks I've listened to thus far were fantastic. So go check that out as well. They will be in the upcoming Celtic Christmas podcast and Irish and Celtic Music podcast Christmas special coming very soon. Grenaways have I don't know if they have a full album or just a couple singles, but they call it the Port Isaac Christmas album. But I only have a couple tracks, and those 2 tracks are awesome. So I want to hear more from them. Stay tuned. I'm really looking forward to hearing more. I love the Grenaways. They are a band out of Cornwall and are doing some great stuff. They're making some great music. I've been enjoying sharing it on the podcast. Spencer and Bean have a new album, On Christmas Day in the Morning. I haven't had a chance to listen to too much of it thus far. It's a lovely album that I've heard. Winter by Pete and the Creole has a little bit more of a traditional take, a traditional Irish Christmas take to it. So that's a good one. Shamrock in Kudzu has the album Kudzu for Christmas. Then there's Sarah Marie Mullen. She has an album that came out last year, I think it was, or maybe 2 years ago, In the Moon of Wintertime. And finally, David Pedrick, Wintertide EP. Now, as I say, I haven't listened to all these albums. I've listened to some individual tracks, and they will be coming up. All of these will be on the upcoming Celtic Christmas specials of the podcast, so stay tuned for that. If you want more Celtic Christmas music, of course, I have Celtic Christmas Greetings. It's an album of Celtic-themed Christmas music. There's a lot of beautiful original Celtic Christmas songs. And if you'd like a Christmas album you can enjoy year-round, make sure you check out A Celtic Christmas. This is a compilation CD I released through the Irish and Celtic Music podcast, and you can buy it on iTunes for just $5. So it's a great deal. Now, every Monday, I release new videos on YouTube. And thus far, I've started doing the Celtic Christmas songs for the season. So I put out Let's Have a Celtic Christmas a couple weeks back. Frosty the Irish Snowman was last Monday, and this coming Monday is Little Drummer Boy by the Brobdingnagian Bards. They're all some fun videos. I'd love your thoughts and feedback, so you can post your comments over on YouTube. I will have links in the show notes at keltfather.com. Now, the Gothic Sisters, if you're looking for some more Christmas videos, they have their album Falling Snow, and I love the album. It's one of my favorite Celtic Christmas albums. They have a whole bunch of videos that they've made, actual music videos for that album. So go check it out. And of course, if you're over on YouTube, check out the Celtic Christmas radio playlist that I created for the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. It is I put all the episodes of the Celtic Christmas Podcast, which is another podcast I do. I don't think I mentioned that, but it comes out at the end of every year, starts in November sometimes. I do 1 to 3 episodes per year, and this year I put out 3. You can listen to my entire album, Celtic Christmas Greetings, through the Celtic Christmas Podcast. So go subscribe, download, enjoy, have fun. Playlists. If you want to find some good playlist music to listen to, check out, I have at CelticChristmasMusic.net, there is a Celtic Christmas playlist, and you'll find things like the Celtic Christmas Greetings podcast, the Celtic Christmas podcast, and then some playlists that I have over on Spotify. My favorite is the fun Christmas songs for families and kids, I believe it's called. And it's not just Celtic, it's a mix of Christmas songs. But since I am a Celtic musician, and a Celtic podcaster, I have slipped in a few Celtic artists into that playlist, so it's well worth checking out. Celtic Christmas gift guide. I've been trying to put together some nice specials for the holiday season, and this year I released some Celtic heartstring ornaments. Now, Celtic heartstrings are what I call some art some jewelry that I've created. They're made from the broken strings of my heart. I mean, my auto harp. And this year I have Christmas cross ornaments made from these broken strings, and these I made several. I think there are 5 or 6 Christmas crosses. They're basically crosses that are wound using my technique and the way I've created this jewelry. So if you'd like to get one of those and help support my music, I would love it. You can also get an Irish and Celtic Music Podcast shirt, and the Monaghan's Buttermilk shirt, and my Celtic Christmas Greetings CD, and all of that is at magerecords.com. That is about it. Do you have a friend who might enjoy this Celt Father guide to the Irish and Celtic Christmas music? Irish and Celtic Christmas music of 2018. Please share it with them. You can send them to keltfather.com for details. And you can follow me on Spotify or your favorite streaming music service to hear more of my music. Now, I'm looking at trying to revive this podcast. I know I go back and forth on this a lot, and I would like to put this out every couple weeks. I want to aim for that in the new year, and so I'm going to try to create more content for this show. Again, it will be short. We're going on, 9 minutes here, so that's probably what I'm going to do. It's going to be simple, straightforward, and hopefully I'll have some good themes in the coming year. So, again, if you're not already subscribed, do that. And, of course, the best way to find out more about my music is by subscribing to my newsletter, Celt Father News. This is my personal newsletter, and I will keep you informed of all the new projects I'm working on. New music, new shows, new podcast videos, and more. It's totally free, and I hope it'll bring a smile to your face. Oh, and I do want to let you know that I did get some time in the studio these past couple weeks, and so the Brobdingnagian Bards made we did great. Andrew came up to Birmingham a couple weeks back, and we sat down and recorded a whole bunch of music that hopefully we'll be releasing slowly over the coming months as we gear up for our 20th anniversary special. We've been playing music since 1999, so thought it was a good year to start maybe even putting out a new album. We'll see. Stay tuned for that. And also, I was doing some work with Mikey Mason, who's part of the Blue Sun Holiday Spectacular Tour that happens again. It's coming this weekend. It was really cool working with him, and we will have a special exclusive CD at our shows. Right now, we have no plans to release it publicly outside of these shows. So if you want to get a copy, come to a show. That's about it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And again, head on over to kiltfather.com. Sláinte.